Welcome, Transformer fans, to this week's Transformers review. And today we are continuing Decepticons month with Nemesis Prime. And before we get to Nemesis Prime, we're going to do our shout-outs of the week, starting with Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street in Winchester, Virginia, which is where you can get all your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current stuff. So definitely go ahead and check them out. But if you're looking for little odds and ends that you can't find there, or just need to get your console fixed and your games fixed, or your PC and everything else fixed, you could go to Play It Again Games on Middle Row, right behind the sheets. So definitely check them out. And you get all your video game stuff taken care of. But if you're looking for a place to go and get all, and I do mean all, your video game needs, or not video game needs, but toys and collectible needs, you can go to Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles on 115 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, where you can get all your Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Super 7 stuff from Time Travelers. Nemesis Prime I got off of eBay, but I did get the Ultra Magnus spoiler pack off of Time Travelers, so I got two of the spoiler boxes off of eBay. Nemesis Prime being one of them, and Megatron being the other. And one cool one, each one of them came with also extra mini bots. Except for the Megatron spoiler back, which actually came with another deluxe figure. And these spoiler boxes from the War for Cybertron trilogy were really cool. You know, I kind of like them. But back to our shout-outs of the week. If you have a Tyler that's looking for, that needs to get skill building done, puzzle solving skills, and you like to enhance that, you can go to Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester. Give them a look-see and see what they got to offer. You know, and get your youngin' ready for school. You know, but if you need comic books and you're in the Winchester area, you can go to 80 Weems Lane to 4 Color Fantasies. Check them out and get all your Marvel, DC, IDW, and all points in between. You know, Image, Devil's Due. You get all those comics at 4 Color Fantasies. But if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, may I suggest going to Comic Monsters to check them out. Both places, I've been in both places. Both places are awesome comic book stores. So definitely check them out. And if you're in the Winchester area and are looking for a good Jamaican food place, might suggest Tropical Islands on 39 Piccadilly Street here in Winchester, and get all your Jamaican food needs met, and get some good conversation with Lloyd and his wonderful staff. Definitely check them out. But if you're looking for tree service work done or landscaping work done, get a hold of Stoneburger's Tree Service or Mixed Tree Service. Both of them are doing great tree work and great yard work, so definitely check them out. Once you leave, and if you're looking for insurance, like renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, auto insurance, go ahead and check out State Farm or Farmers. You know, both of them have great quotes, great policies. Go ahead and check them out. And if you have a car that you need insured, or already insured, or just got it insured, and you need gas, go ahead and check out, go ahead and take a trip over to Sheetz or Handy Mart and get your gas there. You know, if you're in that area. The Virginia area has plenty of Handy Marts, and Sheetz is kind of on the East Coast. So definitely check them out. Go ahead and get your gas. And after you leave there, you can go over to you can head over to inside of the buildings and get your made-to-order food, so you can get your belly full as well as your guest tank full. And after you leave there, Cobra Island is a proud sponsor of mental health awareness. So you can check out Robert C. Brown and Healing Grace Counseling Services and see what he has to offer. If Rob's not what you're looking for, there's other places here in Winchester you can check out. Or go to your local therapist's office, or you can call National Counseling Group. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Hey, it's a good deal. But if you need psychiatry, case management, and whatnot, and you're in the Winchester and Front Royal areas, you can check out Northwestern Community Services and get your stuff done and whatnot, and get your meds there with a pharmacy, and check them out. And it delivers. But and if you're looking through going through that, and you're looking for somebody to text right now because you need to talk, you can text 741-741. But if you need to hear a human voice, you can dial 988. But if it's really bad emergency, go call 911 or get to your closest emergency room. There's nothing wrong with getting help. But here with Nemesis Prime, we're going to go ahead and start looking with his little mini bot, starting with Giesha right here, which is in her sword mode, which is pretty easy for transformation with her. So, in her transformation, it's very simple. Where you take the blade here, as you can see, there is a split right there, because you can actually pop the blade out. Like so. Run them all the way out to where they're like this. And then you've got her wings. Take this. You got his tail fin. And you got Giesha done. And the next one is a cool little Decepticon. It's Fangtron, and we're going to start with his Blast Effect, which could go right here on his back on this little peg. Just pop it in like so. There you go. And it's just fit kind of snugly. And his transformation is also quite simple. Just slip him on back like this. Bring out his, you may need to use something to put that in there. I'll just use my keys to push his tail the rest of the way out. Click it on like this. And you just drop this front piece that's at the top all the way down. Then bring his head down. And you got him in his snake mode, his cobra mode. So, hey, funny. I just noticed that we got a cobra for Cobra Month, on Decepticon Month. But you got Fangtron right there. And now let's go ahead and look at the accessories for Nemesis Prime. We're going to start with his trailer. Sorry, the top's a little dusty. But, he does have this stabilizer forks and tires, which he can roll. But, and with that, you can do a transformation. Prop up this cannon. Bring the claws out. He's got a little drone, little action thingy. And then he does come with these two little cannons that you can put on his little robot mode, which are pretty cool cannons, which I like to put right here in the trailer. And bring them back down. And he also comes with 3 Energon cubes, which is pretty cool. So put them right there. And I got 4 of them in here. So and then you can just close it up. And move that back over there. And then also accessories. other accessories. He has his laser cannon, hollow right there, but not as hollow on the other side. And he also has his sword, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at Nemesis, which he is in the same mold as the War for Cybertron Siege Optimus Prime, but painted black instead of the red and blue. You know, he can roll. And right there's where you can plug the trailer in. Or you could have him like this and, you know, just close that little tab right. Well, there's a little tab you could do right there. Close it up. But this is pretty cool looking truck. Like I said, we've seen this with Optimus. You know, because this is the Siege Optimus Prime mold. But just painted black with the Decepticon logo right there on the panel right there. You know what? So let's go ahead and do the transformation. We're going to start with his legs by bringing this piece, folding it back, and same as this piece. So that way we can bring the legs down. We can fold his little toesies and heels and open them up on both sides. Second first, same as the first. He is a little stiff. And then these wheels can come out like this on both sides. And we can bring these pieces out, the headlights out, and then we can take the tires and put them on their hinges and put them on the inside. Let me sit there and get a little closer with these. And then you can take his, well, not just yet, but then you want to undo his panels right here on the sides. Bring them out so you can get ready to, and then you open up the windshields, which will let you bring this piece up. And then you bring the head out. And then you can close the windshields. And then you can bring the arms out. After you move the hinges, you can start sliding the arms out. This guy is a little hard, but it's basically the same transformation as the Siege Optimus Prime. And this is where you can bring the tires up, the front tires up, and slide them right there in his sides, you know, like so. As you see right there in the sides. Which was, oh, sorry y'all. But then you can like bring the waist piece down, roll it around, and then you can take the rear tires and their hinge and bring them around like so, to where they're like this, and then just bring the side hinges like this down, and same as the other one. Man, these legs can be somewhat challenging, but hey, you know, it'll work. And then also to work on the hands, you want to fold the, roll the headlights to where they're facing this side. Right there, and then close that panel right around. And you got one arm done. And you do the same with the other arm. And then the back piece right here, you bend down. We have it like this. And then you just close this back panel up. And then you can turn it around, and presto, you got his backpack. And then you got Nemesis Prime. Do some last minute squeezing. Make sure I got everything right. There's his legs. We're just looking at the entire figure of Nemesis. You know, and his articulation is easy. He does have the head movement. It's on a ball joint, and he could wiggly waggly up and down, side to side, rotate. Then you got his arms that can go out this far. He can rotate all the way around the full 360. He can bend at the elbow. He does have a bicep swivel all the way around. His hands can rotate. His legs are also on a ball joint, which they can swivel. Okay, he can do a good side kick. Give him the big boot. Bend at the knee. Almost a cool 180. And then he could also kick back. You know, do a good mule kick. So let's look at Optimus with his gear on. So here's Nemesis all geared up. I mean, I would have loved to have seen in the cartoon a Nemesis Prime versus Optimus Prime. But really, they're the same person. You know, so there'd be some time traveling to get that matchup. Optimus would have to go to the future, or Nemesis have to go into the past. But it'd be more likely of Nemesis going to the past. But this is a good looking figure. I'm glad I have him. You know, especially with Nemesis having a trailer with two partners in Giesha and Fangtron. So these are top tier figures, good to have in your collection. It'd be good to have it in the spoiler box set, which is actually cool. So I would highly suggest everybody getting it. But this has been my look at Nemesis Prime, Giesha, and Fangtron. See y'all in the next one. Peace.